Welcome to the 2025 Latinx Kidlit Book Festival. Don't forget to subscribe to our festival YouTube channel, and if you're an educator joining us, our school visit fund is back. You can enter to win a free visit from a Latinx author or illustrator for your classroom or library. You can find the information to enter at latinxkidlitbookfestival.org. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Julissa.
And thank you for joining us for When I Was Little. We are going to share our stories and illustrations with you today, starting with my book, Sticky Hermana. This is a book I illustrated, and the author's name is Ana Siqueira. So we worked together on this. She did the words, I did the pictures. The story is about two sisters, Claudia and Monica. So, older sister, little sister, right there.
So cute.
And so it's about family, it's about love, but it's also about independence because the older sister, Claudia, wants to, live her life. And she loves hanging out with her little sister, Monica, but Monica likes to hang out with Claudia a little bit too much and sticks to her like bubblegum. So you'll see throughout the story, sometimes they'll do things together, sometimes they like to do things apart, but we'll find out at the end.
I love it. So, Olivia, which character are you drawing today?
I'm going to do an illustration from one of the interior pages of the book because I wanted to show her crazy shocked face right here.
I love that. I love your characters and your expressions. They're amazing. I can't wait to create
it. I picked that spread because I just like making weird faces. And this book is very, very funny. So the weirder the face, the more expressive.
I love that.
So I'm going to start just with her head, average little round face. And her hands are in front of her head. So I'm going to draw it lightly, but I'm going to draw her hands in front around the bottom area. So hand number 1 goes here, and her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And then her other hand on the other side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fingers. So from here, connecting hands are her arms, obviously. So they're just going to be little sections here and here. Of her head, I'm going to draw her mouth in a big, shocked, wide mouth.
That's a really big mouth. I love it. Let me see. Oh, I love that. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get this.
Because the book is like supposed to be funny, I want to make everything super exaggerated. So I like to draw, a couple of lines.
Is that her tongue
to show
at the bottom?
Texture. Yes, here is the tongue. And then so above her mouth is going to be her nose. And for Claudia's nose, I like to make every character's noses a little bit different. But for hers, I do one big hill and then 2 smaller ones on each side. Because she has a nice, beautiful, round nose.
Cute.
And then next to her nose, we have her eyes. But before that, I like to do her glasses because she's got a set of gigantic, rectangular glasses that come down here. Then if any of you wear glasses, there's that little center bit that connects them.
The little bridge.
The little bridge, yes.
I love how exaggerated all of your characters are, and it's just so much fun.
Thank you. I love doing like funnier stories where everyone's got big feelings. And so now that we're done with her glasses, we can do her eyes inside.
Okay.
So she has a shocked face, so her eyes are going to be wide open, humongous. So very big. Number 1, and very big for Number 2.
Okay, those are big eyes. I usually draw my eyes really small. Okay, I love it. So expressive.
And so then for her pupils, which is, the inside part of the eyes, they're going to be big as well. But I like to draw her pupils with like a little bit of texture. So not just black, but looking a little bit rougher. So for her facial expression, her hands are almost pulling her face down like this. So I'm adding a couple of lines to show what her fingers are doing.
Like creases on her face?
Yeah, creases.
Yeah, cute.
Now from here, we can move on to the rest of her body. So from here, I go a little upwards and start on her hair. Her hair is half up, half down. So I'm going to start with the up part at the top. So she's got a side part. We'll go from here. And I just build. And her hair's a little bit wavy. So not really straight lines, like curved lines.
Okay. Okay.
And then from there, you just do the shape of her head. And you can add as many lines as you want. Her hair is wavy, and because she is a little stressed out, we're gonna make her hair look a little bit crazy. So have some like
little hair sticking out.
Yeah. And in the back of this, she has a little scrunchie for a little ponytail. So I do the scrunchie first, and it's a big fat scrunchie. And then on top is the rest of her hair. And this I show her hair is coming up and down like that. Lots of lines, lots of texture. I love drawing hair. And then you can also add more squiggles.
Okay.
To show how crazy her hair is, how crazy her sister's making her. And now that's the top of her hair. From here, we're going to do the bottom. And the rest of her hair is down. So it's down, but it's wavy. So I like to down like that. From here, we move on to her shirt. So it's just like poofy sleeves with a little bit of ruffles.
And can you remind me again what happened before she made this expression?
So in the story, her mommy is coming to her and saying that her little sister is allowed to go to her soccer tournament. And Claudia wanted to be alone. So she's like, no.
Oh my God. That's funny. That reminds me of me and my sister because we were always together, and she wanted her independence and I kind of wanted my independence at a certain point, but we were always supposed to go together, everywhere we went. So
everywhere. Yeah. Very big sibling thing. So I didn't grow up with sisters, but I do have 2 little brothers. So I still know exactly what they're talking about. And that's why I love this story. From here, we're just going to go on to her shirt, the rest of her shirt.
Okay.
Got some ruffles at the bottom. Nice little bunch of little round hills.
Okay.
And attached to the shirt are her shorts. She's going to be in a wide stance with her legs, so make them very far apart. And attached to her shorts are her legs, because she has 2 of them. So we're going to do one leg coming out like here, and then her little feet attached at the bottom. And so now that you're done with one leg, you just do the same to the other side. So leg here.
I ran out of room on my paper. But I'll follow along.
That's also okay.
I drew her really big. I'll just work on her hair. All right. Well, are you ready to see my drawing?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, she looks amazing. It's perfect.
So I love doing this because it's so not how I'm used to drawing. And it pushes me to draw, like to exaggerate my all of my expressions and everything more, because that's what your style is like. So this was so much fun. Thank you.
That's what's fantastic. I love how each of our styles are so different from each other,
Yes,
and so that we can learn from each other more.
that's right. Okay, are you ready for another illustration?
Yay!
Well, I have one that I want to share with you. I am the author and illustrator of my cousin, the Quinceañera, and it's also available in Spanish, Mi Prima, la Quinceañera. And this book is about my cousin, my real cousin, and her fiesta de quince. And she turned 15, and it is a tradition in the Latin culture to have a big party to celebrate a quinceañera. And in this book, there's lots of dancing, lots of families that come to this event, friends, lots of eating, and it's just a really memorable party. And when I used to hang out with my cousin and my sister, the three of us were always together, and it was just I just have such fond memories of that time, and I feel so fortunate that I was able to illustrate it and write a story about it, and it's all in this book. And today, and this is supposed to be me. And today I'm going to do, the character is going to be of this girl. And I am going to illustrate this one, this illustration or this character on this page.
Oh, what a fun expression.
Yeah. And so this is right before, during the story, she loses her purse and she has a present for her cousin in the purse. And so here she's kind of like, she's looked and she can't find it. And she's really kind of like surprised and a little bit flustered that she can't find her purse. So we're going to draw this one. So let's go ahead and start over here.
Beautiful.
Okay. So what we're going to start off with is, I like to start off with an oval, a big oval for her face. And then what I like to do is I like to put a line across the center to find the center of her face, and another one going the other direction for her eyes. And then what I'll do is I put in her eyes, and they're like almond shapes, and I make the top part of her eyes a little bit thicker. And I do it to the other side. Okay, and then what I like to do is draw a little circle on the inside for her pupil. And she's kind of looking the other direction because she's just wondering, like, where is her purse? And she's trying to think about where it is. And after that, we're going to draw her eyebrows. And her eyebrows are kind of like a wave. And the bottom line goes up and the other one the same. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in the shape or draw out the shape. And that's just to kind of emphasize like her expression. And I'm going to color it in. Okay, and after that, I'm going to draw her nose. And with my characters, I usually like to emphasize the nostrils because that's just, I don't know, I just look at myself a lot. I feel like I have larger nostrils, maybe not, but I like to emphasize them in my characters. So just 3 little like humps, and then a line for the bridge of the nose, and then an oval for her mouth. And since she has that, her mouth is open because she has that expression. You can do that. And then I do like a little curve on the bottom of her lip. And then we'll do her top lip and her bottom. And then for the creases of her mouth, I like to just draw a little darker areas to emphasize that. There. Okay. So, and then let's see. Then I like to draw her hair. So we're going to draw the top of her bangs. And it's kind of like a big puffy, like the top of a mushroom, like a big puffy shape. And then I will draw lines to kind of like split up her hair a little bit. There's that. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next is do the top of her head. She has like a little hairpiece and they're kind of like stacked clouds. So do the bottom one and then the top one. There. And then from there, we can draw her hair. And these are kind of like squiggly lines. I also love drawing hair, so I like to go crazy with it or just have fun with it. Just like a really nice big hairstyle. Maybe one here, like that. Okay.
She's so expressive.
Aww.
And I absolutely love her eyebrows. Like just the curve of it, the indication.
Thank
so
you.
fun.
Thank you. I'm just adding more detail to her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then now what I'm gonna do is do her neck. Okay, and then she wears a pearl necklace in the story because she went to a fancy party. So just a bunch of little circles. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then I'm going to draw her arms, and she has her hands up just to exaggerate the drama up against her face. So we'll just do like a big curve for her arms on both sides, like so. And then we'll draw in her hands and her fingers. So there's her thumb, and then 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then and then on her palm, I always like to emphasize like the curve of the palm here. Kind of helps with the, with the form of the hand. And then on this side, we'll do the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's that nice little curve. And then we'll draw her dress. And this is just like decorative part of her dress. And it's kind of like a wavy line. So we'll do that. Maybe a little bit over here. And then here, I like to make her waist a little bit higher just to emphasize that she's a kid. And then after that, we're just going to draw the rest of her dress, which is like a big bell shape, and some more clouds, like stacked clouds here. We're almost
very
done.
Poofy,
Very
beautiful.
poofy. Yeah. And then some lines to represent like the crease of her dress. And that's it. Okay, yeah, I think she's done.
Beautiful. Oops, I forgot.
Oh my gosh, I see your drawing. That's amazing. Super awesome.
Oh, I love her facial expression. And so she is shocked in this scene, and she's in the middle of on the hunt for the purse.
That's correct. She's trying to find her purse. And I guess what you guys will find out if she finds it or not.
I love the drama.
Thanks.
But really, this book is so exciting. Is there how much of your real life did you take for inspiration?
So I would say like a lot of my real life, I used for inspiration, and I use a lot of the photographs from that time. And I actually, I have a couple favorite illustrations from the book. And I love this scene of like my whole family packed in the car on the way to the party. It's usually like chaotic. Everybody's trying to leave and make sure that they get there on time. And then this is another fun one of mine, of my sister eating all the chocolates, which we had the little sister thing that you're talking about. So she was enjoying the chocolates, and I wanted her to save me some. So yes. So Olivia, what experience and background did you draw on for this story?
So I definitely used a lot of just references from my own family, and as far as facial features and stuff for my characters, I actually took a lot from the author, Ana Siqueira. So I was informed that this story was mostly about her and her little sister when she was young. So I wanted to make the characters look more like her if she were, 6 years old. So I took a lot of the details about her face and her hair and hairstyles and her glasses. I wanted to do that in my character design, and I wanted to make her little sister look a little bit like her as well.
I love that. Do you want to show a spread where you feel like that illustrates that the most?
Yes, absolutely. So I have a couple I can think of. There is one spread that I absolutely love. Doesn't show the entire face, but it definitely shows more, what happens when things go a little too far and you need to get mom.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Did you do that? Did you do the hand lettering for the word mommy on top?
I did. So whenever there were instances of more like something was shouted or, there was some kind of sound, I wanted it to be there. So I did illustrated typography. So I used, pencil or like a textured brush or anything like that to get that grit in there. So I did that by hand.
Awesome. Well, I love your book, and I can't wait to read it and see it and flip through it and just really enjoy all the characters. And I love your style.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I am so excited to read yours as well. Really, I think your characters are absolutely lovely, and
Yeah.
your more painterly style is absolutely gorgeous. Your use of color and pastels
Um,
is amazing.
you're so sweet. Thank you. Well, this was a lot of fun. We had a great time, and we hope you enjoyed drawing with us. And thank you for attending the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.